video number 30 for bass players. And in this video, you're going to learn how to play number 36 dreidel in your book. So open up to page number 13. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do, again, some very specific echoing specific to this particular song. All right. In here, there is a rhythm that we have not seen yet. Okay. And it's in measure 2. We're going to practice that rhythm. Remember, the rhythm is just, for now, it will be more complicated later, but the combination of quarter notes and quarter rest. Where the quarter rest happens, where the quarter notes happen, okay? So I want you just to play this. I want you to play open D. I want you to play 2 open Ds, and then rest, and then play another open D, just like this. I'll do it twice. Don't echo me yet. D, D, rest, D. Now, try that. Ready, and go. D, D, rest, D. Try it again. 1, 2, echo me, and go. D, D, rest, D. Now, I want you to look at measure 2. If reading the notes right now is a little confusing, you can just listen to what I'm telling you to do. You can do that same rhythm, but we're going to go F sharp, D, rest, F sharp. Now I want you to notice what I did during that rest. Watch my hand. F sharp, D, rest, F sharp. I got my next note ready because I'm always trying to think ahead. Okay, try that now with me. Measure 2, ready, and go. F sharp, D, rest, F sharp. Okay, now try measure 1 and 2 with me. With me, no echoing, right with me. And 1, 2, ready, and go. D, D, E, E, F sharp, D, rest, F sharp. Try to get measure 1 and 2, and ready, and go. D, D, E, E, F sharp, D, rest, F sharp. Okay? Now we're going to skip over to measure 5. Measure 5 is the last measure of the first line. You're going to notice this is the same as measure 1 and 2, but 1 note higher. Everything is 1 note higher. Don't echo this yet, just listen. Measure 5 and 6, or measure 5, the last measure of the first line, first measure of the second line, E, E, F sharp, G, E, rest, E, okay? It's not exactly the same 1 note higher, but it's very close. Try that with me now. Measure 5, it's the last measure of the first line, and play for 2 measures. And ready, and go. E, E, F sharp, G, E, rest, E. Okay? Hopefully you got that rest correct. Now, let's try the first 8 measures. We've done the difficult part. I want to point out one more thing, though, before we try that. Look at the second line, measure 2 and 3. It goes A, G, F sharp, E. You're going to expect the next note to be D, but it's not, is it? It goes back up to F sharp. All right, let's go from the very beginning. See if you can get that much. The first 8 measures. 1, 2, beginning, and go. D, D, E, E, F sharp, D, rest. F sharp, A, G, F sharp, E, rest, rest, rest. Start on E. E, E, F sharp, G, E, rest, E, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Okay? Now, if you messed up, it was very possibly right at the end there, the E, A. Look at that. I'm playing look at the second line, first measure. I'm playing the last note and the first note of the next measure. E, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Can you start with me right there? So second line, the third note that you see, it's an E. Start there when I tell you to go. And ready, go. E, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Try it again. E, A, and ready, go. E, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp. All right? Now what I want you to do, pause the video and try to play the first 8 measures. Okay? Now we're going to move on. So now we're starting second line measure 4. This shouldn't be too tricky because it just goes back and forth between A and F sharp. But watch, it goes A, F sharp, A, F sharp, A, F sharp, rest, F sharp, A. That's the trickiest part right there. If you get that, you're going to get the rest of it. Okay, listen to that again. A, F sharp, watch your music. A, F sharp, A, F sharp, A, F sharp, rest, F sharp, A. Try just that much with me, okay? Starting on second line, measure 4. And 1, 2, A to F sharp, go. A, F sharp, A, F sharp, A, F sharp, rest, F sharp, A. Okay? From there, it's pretty easy. Now do third line, measure 3. It's the same thing with G and E now. Back and forth instead of A to F sharp, G to E. Third line, measure 3, G to E. Try it just with me all the way to the end and see what happens. 1, 2, red, say, and go. G, E, G, E, G, E, rest, E, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Remember that E, A we had earlier in the song? It's showing up again. Be ready for that, okay? At this point, you should pause it, pause the video, practice the whole thing by yourself. And if you think you're ready, go ahead and join me now. We're going to play with the recording. Sorry, it took so long that my playlist fell asleep. So I have to pull it up again. 36. There we go.
36.
36.
Dreidel.
Should be nice strong positions and go. D, D, E, E, F sharp, D, rest. F sharp, A, G, F sharp, E, rest, rest, rest. Now E, F sharp, G, E, rest, E, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Now back and forth, A to F sharp, A, F sharp, A, F sharp, A, F sharp, another F sharp now, F sharp, then A, G, F sharp, E. Now back and forth between G and E. Go. G, E, G, E, G, E. Now E to A again. E to A, G, F sharp, all the way down the scale this time. Okay? So what you should do now is identify the places you messed up on. If you're like, oh my gosh, that was measure 1, or that was measure 2. Practice and then build it up to 4 measures. And then practice the next 4 measures and get those good. And then put it together. And then you have 8 measures. I would do 2 measure chunks, then 4 measure chunks, then 8 measure chunks, okay? Until you can do the entire thing, which is 16 measures long, all right? Make sure that, because again, the songs are getting more complicated, make sure you can get this before you move on to our next video. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect every single time, not yet. Give yourself a chance. It's going to take a few days to get this to where you don't ever mess up. For some of you, it might take 2 days. For some of you, it might take 8. Just depends on how much you practice and how efficient you are with your practicing. And if you have ever played an instrument before, things like that. Okay, so be patient with yourself, but continue to try.